I got it, don't worry about it. First thing we do is put that on the docket. This is Rewind the Rhyme. My name is BreevEazie. This is from the Body Remix, collaboration with a lot of dope artists that I always wanted to collaborate with, on this track or whatever. We had fun making it. So let's talk about the lyrics. First thing I said is I got it, don't worry about it. First thing we do is put that on the docket. That's me coming into the track like, hey, listen, we got this. All right, we gonna body. How you not body a track that's called The Body? So I'm just letting you know, hey, my name's BreevEazie. I'll be your waiter. I'll be your server, and we're gonna be good. You're in good hands, like I'll state. Okay, that's the first thing we put on the docket. After that is this.
The difference between Hannah and Tony Montana, they act as if God do not move through these rappers. I'm good.
All right, so we're not gonna do every single lyric, every single line, but I had to stop for this line because this line is dope. To me, it's one of my favorites in this whole thing. It says the difference between Hannah and Tony Montana. Basically, what I'm talking about is balance, man. On one side, you got Hannah Montana, who's sugary, sweet, Disney. I think it's Disney, right? Sugary, sweet Disney. Hannah Montana is, everything that's right. And Tony Montana on the other side, you got two polar opposites. Tony Montana is Scarface, the drug sniffing kingpin. Tony Montana represents the savage side. So, and all of us, we want to create a balance or whatever. I'm not Tony Montana by any means, but I can, be savage. And I'm not Hannah Montana by any means, but, I can be nice. It's your hard side and your soft side. It's kind of the yin and the yang. And so that's what I'm talking about with that line, just a little bit of balance.
Let's get this straight if we could. We ain't out here faking no judge. Your church got a cover charge before tennis a dub. I could have stayed in the club.
Your church got a cover charge before tennis a dub. I could have stayed in the club. That's basically talking about how a lot of people do a lot of good things in the name of serving themselves in capitalism and stuff like that. So, basically what I'm saying is, it has to be some sort of contrast. I could have stayed where I was at if things here are going to be the same as what I was trying to leave, So, if the church going to be like the club, I'd rather go to the club. But, I want the church to be a collective effort. And not just the church, but, different organizations and people as entities want to be a collective effort, be a place of healing, a place of service, a place of help. So that's where I went with that.
I gotta work, make a dream work, and the last will become the first. And they run that back and reverse to my old ways. Well, I revert, 2 thumbs down, Roger, revert. You are not a certain if you eat first. That's research with the E verse. It's a long journey. P first, I'm good.
All right, so that's a lot. That's a mouthful right there. So I'm going to break that down because that's a little fast and, it's had a little effect on it. So this is where it goes. I said, I got a plug. Basically, I'm talking about God from the last verse. I could have stayed in the club. I said, I got a plug. I got a direct link to the source. You know what I'm saying? And they say teamwork make the dream work, and the last will become the first. Basically what it's saying, and the last will become the first. That's one of my favorite scriptures from the Bible, where it talks about how God can take you from being last. God can take you from the bottom. God can take you from the lowest of the lows and give you the highest of the highs. So it doesn't matter where you're at right now. Believe in God, and he can take you, to where you feel like you should be, where he feels like you should be, and where you're going. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible. To my old ways will I revert, 2 thumbs down, Roger Ebert. Basically saying, will I go back to what I left, what I escaped from, the old me? Will I go back to that? Nah, 2 thumbs down, Roger Ebert. You are not a servant if you eat first. I'm talking about servant leadership. That's the type of leadership that I believe in. You serve the people. You serve the people first, A lot of times people think leadership is about being served, and leadership is actually about serving people. So that's what serving leadership is. If you eating first and your people are starving, you're not a leader, you're a dictator. That's research within the verses. What I'm saying is that's in the Bible. You know what I mean? All you got to do is look and you can see that in there, where serving leadership is leadership. And last but not least, it's a long journey. P first, you got some stuff to do. So be prepared. You don't want to be sitting in the car, and we ain't got time to be stopping and all of that because nobody was prepared. It's a long journey. This is not going to be short, but P first. You'll be all right. So it's a little joke, you know what I mean? Just kind of being funny a little bit about it, but you know, just keeping it real. It's a long journey, so be prepared.
Let's get this straight if we could. You useless if you have no love. About to run it back. No, this is not a game. Don't put so much as a toe in my lane.
So the last part that I want to highlight is you useless if you have no love. Basically, that's what we are here for, man. We are here to love. And if you don't have no love, man, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how hard you try. If you're not doing it, it's not a pouring out from God. If it doesn't come out of love and not to fulfill some hole in your heart or some sort of ulterior motive that you may have. One thing about the Bible, 1 Corinthians, it says that love is not self-seeking. And so, you know, if you're out here for yourself, then, you know, it's useless. It's useless to me. You know, no matter what you do, only what you do for God will last. And that's something that I believe with my whole heart. So that's it. My name is BreevEazie. This is Rewind the Rhyme. Holla back.
I got it, don't worry about it. First thing we do is put that on the docket. The difference between Hannah and Tony Montana, they act as if God do not move through these rappers. I'm good. Let's get this straight if we could. We ain't out here